Greetings, my dear viewers. It is I, Drahon, back once again with another Dungeons & Dragons character conversion, Marvel Edition. That's right, this is the third Marvel character that we will be converting. Not sure if I'm going to be doing any more. Can't really think of any that spark interest. That shout, this should be a Dungeons & Dragons character. Because everybody in the Marvel Universe has a lot of powers that don't translate well into Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, I guess we could do Wolverine. That would be tricky. He might be a shifter. No. Anyway, we're doing Ghost Rider today because that's going to be the easiest one to do. Now, in all honesty, I'll go ahead and say it. We're not doing Blood Hunter. As much as I would love to use Blood Hunter for Ghost Rider, it honestly does not fit. There are simply other classes and features that would fit Ghost Rider a little bit better. Not to mention, Blood Hunter, it kind of states it in the name, we can need blood, and when you become the Ghost Rider, you aren't exactly able to produce blood. Since, you're a skeleton. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the video and start off with, as usual, stats using the point buy system. Now, strength is going to be our lowest score at a 9, followed by wisdom at a 10. Don't worry, that'll be fixed here in a minute. Dexterity, constitution, and intelligence will all be a 13, while our charisma is a 15. Now, if you're Ghost Rider, you are most likely a human of some kind that has made a deal with the devil in some form or fashion, much like Johnny Blaze. So we're just going to go with a regular old human. Nothing else special about him. This will give us a +1 to each of our stats. We'll get a speed of 30 feet, and we get 2 languages. Now it says in the not the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Player's Handbook, that humans will adopt languages based on the creatures they interact with the most. So yes, we are grabbing Infernal, because Johnny Blaze has interacted with his fair share of demons, not just the devil. So Common and Infernal are going to be our best bets. Now, thanks to Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, we get the Dark Gifts. And it says in Van Richten's Guide that this is something that you choose when you first create your character, or later on when it becomes appropriate to the story. And what better way to be using this Dark Gift than, as it states, as the start of a build. And of course, the Dark Gift Second Skin is going to be the best bet for a Ghost Rider character. The Second Skin lets us use the Alter Self spell basically whenever we want, but it's technically a once per day thing, if I remember correctly. I'll have to check that later. Anyway, it'll let us use Alter Self, but we are limited to what we are able to use it on. We can only use it on one form. Maybe 2. It's up to your Dungeon Master. Now, we're obviously going to be using the Angelic, Demonic, or Aberrant form for our second form. We get the transformation feature and an involuntary change, because there have been times where the host of the Ghost Rider doesn't really want to change into Ghost Rider. It's kind of like multiple personality disorder. You don't really get much of an option when the Ghost Rider decides, hey, I want to come out and play. Now, there wasn't really much information I could go off of for that, so I just went with the change catalyst of touching pure silver with your bare skin, since that's kind of a demonic possession thing, so it kind of fits. For background, we are going with the Entertainer because Johnny Blaze was a Daredevil. Yeah, that's what we're going with. For skills, we get acrobatics and performance. Tools will be the disguise kit and one musical instrument of your choice. Entertainer routine, go with Daredevil, even though it's not really listed. Though I'm sure it would be if they thought about it. You also get the feature by popular demand, which, yeah, not really necessary, but it could be useful. Alright, Johnny Blaze made a deal with the devil, and the devil gave him the powers of the Ghost Rider. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to reiterate this. You make a deal with an otherworldly being, and that otherworldly being gives you powers. Oh boy, this is not a substitute for the sorcerer class. So, I shouldn't be hearing this anymore when I make a sorcerer character. Warlocks get their powers from another being. The only exception is Dungeon Master ruling, and that is only if they agree with the statement I made during my Fallen Gods Session 0 video, which I might link in the description, I don't know. Anyways, Warlock, Devil, deals 1d8 hit die. Your otherworldly patron's going to be a fiend, of course. You get the Dark One's blessing thanks to this. Your pact magic uses your charisma modifier, and for your skills, grab intimidation and religion, for obvious reasons. We are also going to be multi-classing into Paladin. Yes, Paladin. You'll see why here in a minute. You'll get a 1d10 hit die with a more proficiencies. And thanks to Warlock, we already got light armor and simple weapons, so we'll just be getting medium armor, shields, and martial weapons. You get the feature Divine Sense. This is important because thanks to Divine Sense, you are as an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Till the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you. Let's see. The Ghost Rider likes to hunt down demons and send them back to hell. What feature would be the most useful for doing such a thing? I wonder. Sorry, I'm being a little sarcastic. Anyways, Divine Sense, Lay on Hands. Those are your features for your Paladin. Level 2 Paladins get a fighting style. We're going with Superior Technique, Riposte for our... what was it called? Maneuver. That was it. Riposte lets us make a reactionary attack after a foe missed their attack. Useful. You also get spellcasting, which also uses your charisma modifier, and you also get Divine Smite. Have that chain whip of yours light on fire to give it some extra damage. Level 2 Warlocks get Eldritch Invocations. To start things off, just use Devil's Sight and Grasp of Hadar. Once you have 5th level, make sure you have Devil's Sight, Eldritch Mind, and Improved Pack Weapon. Level 3 Warlocks get a Pact Boon. Go with Pact of the Blade. I don't think I need to explain why. Level 3 Paladins get Divine Health and a Sacred Oath. The Ghost Rider, also known as Thanatos, is known as the spirit of, say it with me now, vengeance. So you get the Oath of Vengeance. You get the Oath spells of Bane and Hunter's Mark. Channel Divinity is Abjure Enemy and Vow of Enmity. 4th level Paladins will get either an ability score improvement or a feat. We're grabbing feat for Eldritch Adept, that way we have Grasp of Hadar at all times. 5th level Paladins get an extra attack. 6th level Paladins will get Aura of Protection, a pretty useful Paladin feature. Level 7 Paladins get Relentless Avenger. This is a pretty good ability. Quote: when a creature under the effect of your Vow of Enmity makes an attack, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack against that creature if it is within range. Oh, wait, that's Soul of Vengeance. Relentless Avenger, when you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, which is what we're doing with Riposte, you can move up to half your speed immediately after the attack, and as a part of the same reaction. This movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. So, when you smack somebody with your whip after you use Riposte, you get to move closer to them, and on your turn, you can smack them a couple more times. Very nice. Level 8 Paladins will get an ability score improvement. Go ahead and increase your dexterity to a 16. That whip is a finesse weapon, so you're definitely going to need a good dexterity score. Level 4 Warlocks will get a feat. We're going with Metamagic Adept and getting the Metamagic options of Twin Spell and Transmuted Spell. Alright. That's going to be all for today, dear viewers. I hope you enjoyed. This has been Drayhan, and hold on a second, bud. V, what's going on with you? Why are you interrupting? I've got a surprise for you. And for our dear viewers as well. I don't like what this is going, V. Oh, don't worry. You're going to love this. And click. Where am I? I guess am I on the internet? Let's see if I can scroll up. Seriously? Hey! You set up a Twitter account! I'm gonna have a serious talk with him later. Well, I guess this can be useful. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing here yet. It looks pretty basic anyway. Well, you heard it from V. We now have a Twitter account. If you want to check it out, go ahead and go to Twitter at Drayhan_YT. If you want to follow, go ahead. Even though I don't know what exactly I'm going to be doing there. This is why I need to limit V on his decision making. Well, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to be doing for Thursday, and how exactly I'm going to get back into my booth. Until next time, viewers, this has been Drayhan, and I'm going to figure out how to get offline.